photography, and we have some exciting updates to share with you about some projects we have going on. A casting call for a feature film called Warparty is the working title. So we'll be discussing that and more with members of our voiceover community, and I'm going to be letting them in shortly. In fact, I'll let them in right now. Here they come. Hey guys. How's it going?
Hello there.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, Miss Larissa. How we all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Real good, real busy. We're working on a feature film right now, called Warparty is the working title of the film. And actually, one of the big announcements we have is that we are casting. We have a casting call out for Samurai as a Sound members to record ADR for the film.
That's amazing.
It's a paid gig.
That sounds pretty good.
It's nice. Today's going fine. It's thundering where I am right now. It's actually it's very if you can hear in the background, you might hear some thundering noises, but I should be good for now.
Hope you don't lose power.
Yeah.
So I'll give people just a few more minutes to log on if they just got the email, and then I'll share a little bit more in depth about how to get involved in that.
Is this a live action movie with dubbing or is it an anime movie?
It's a live action movie, yeah.
Who's directing?
I don't know the name of the director. That's a great question. Let me think for a second. I don't know. I can make a note to look that up and get back to you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Just writing that down. Okay. Just gonna give people a few more minutes.
Busy day for you guys?
It's been a pretty busy day. Yeah, we've been composing all morning and for the film, and then we have a recording session this evening for Raj's album. It's called Spice Cowboy, and we're recording a banjo part for the title track, and the banjo player is Chris McConnell, who scored the Sly Cooper games. He was the in-house composer for LucasArts for a few years, many years actually, and he did a bunch of the Star Wars games.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask him if he's ever seen Shanghai Noon, because Shanghai Noon, because that one has an interesting soundtrack as well.
Oh, Shanghai Noon. I think I may have seen that years ago.
With Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Jackie Chan did the live action for City Hunter?
No, I didn't know. I don't know what that is.
City Hunter was a Japanese anime about a detective right there, and he would usually hunt, and it was serious, but it also had its quirky moments. So obviously they had to have Jackie Chan, being the funny man of martial arts, do the live action counterpart right there. And I think he knows about 5 languages.
It's fascinating.
I do have a question though, Austin. I hope you don't mind.
Of course, yes.
So with this whole casting thing that you're doing, I actually happen to be writing something with animation right now. It's oh wait, I got my train of thought. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought because you know what it is. I always get nervous when I talk to the Zoom thing for some reason. But actually doing something animation wise with a story that mixes together elements of Macbeth, Romeo and Juliet, and Hamlet. If 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 I was to send it to you guys, how would I do that? If you do take stuff like that.
We can certainly take a look at it. That's a pretty cool project. You can always email us our studio email. I can write it down.
Sure. Let me write this down before I forget. I'll write down your email.
I'll put it in the
What's
chat.
the email?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Those of you who are just joining us, welcome. We have a big announcement today, and I'm glad to see you all here.
Glad to be here.
Pleasure to be here as well.
Welcome, Ashley. Welcome, Vincent and Iggy.
Mhm.
So let's see. I guess I'll just jump right into it. So we have a casting call going out right now for a feature film that we're working on, and it's open to members first. And basically, it's a paid ADR gig. So we have 6 or 7 roles that we need filled, both male and female. And you can find the scripts and the reference videos in the Strawberry Hill Studio production submission portal, which is in your member library. So I can show you how to get there if you have questions about that. Yeah, okay, I can do that now. So let me switch my camera here. Camera. And spotlight. Okay, everyone can see this nice and big. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. So this is obviously looks very familiar to you. You just log in. You might already be logged in. Yeah, I put my username in already. And then it's towards the bottom. Here it is. Strawberry Hill Studio production submission portal. And we have a couple things you can submit for, but the one we're interested in right now is Warparty. So if you open that up and give it a second to load, you'll see more details. So like I said, we are in production for a feature film. It's called Warparty. Well, that's the working title. We haven't finalized. The executive producer hasn't finalized the name yet. And so basically, you would use this link here. I'll open it up for you. Opens up Dropbox. And in Dropbox, you will see 2 subfolders, one for ADR clips. Those are all the reference videos, and that'll make sense in a second. And one for scripts. So this is what you'll want to look at first. If you have a female voice, you're a female voice actress, there are 3 scripts available to you. And those are the roles of Dasha, Hazley, and Jordan. And then if you are a male, we have Max, Mercenary, and Pax/Dispatch. It'll be a combined role. So you'll see in the... Well, let me slow down a little bit. Any questions about that so far?
So, what is the plot of the story?
Okay, so
Yeah.
the plot of the story. So basically, Hazley is the main character, and she is working at this torture firm. It's this covert operation and operating this warehouse overseas somewhere, and she's at the beginning of the film, she's faced with this ultimatum from her fiance to quit the job, and he doesn't even know what it is. He thinks she's doing something completely else, but she's like, quit the job, and he's basically like, quit the job and run away with me. We'll get married. And she's like, hesitating, and then she finally decides to do it. But as she quits, she gets one final job, comes through the warehouse, and basically it goes terribly wrong. And the film centers on them trying to get out of the warehouse alive, because their appointment, as it were, gets intercepted by this war party. And so they're fighting this war party throughout the film, and is trying to escape this warehouse. So it's an action film with some suspense and thriller elements. And that's a little bit about the feature. So any questions about that?
It kind of gives me a Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe with Die Hard mixed
Okay.
into it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's quite actiony. So like, and actually that's a good example here. That scene, the intro scene I just described, is featured heavily in our casting call because we need to cast Max, the fiance, who's only ever he's only heard over the phone. And the director, the executive producer, Anand Ramaya, called for, who's Raj's brother, for those of you who don't know, called for a foreign accent. So there can be some leeway there as to how you interpret that script. And there's a little bit about that scene there. Okay,
Do it
so
on a thick Newfoundland accent.
How foreign are we talking about here? Are we talking Cockney, French, or Klingon?
it's a great question. I think as foreign as you can comfortably sustain throughout the scene.
I mean, do we want like authentic foreign, or do we want something that like it sounds like it is, but it's not really like centralized situation?
Probably more towards the second one. It doesn't have to be super specific.
Fun.
And you can even do different versions of it if you want, like one that's less of an accent, one that's more, and play around with it. For the
Accent, you say.
When is this due?
As we're casting it as soon as possible. It's a pretty quick turnaround. I haven't set a hard date yet because I want to see how many auditions we get in from our members. But we're going to be casting this pretty quick. So if you're interested in it, definitely go ahead and hop in there. So a few more details. Let's see. Yeah, $100. Yeah, you'll receive a flat fee of $100 per role that you're cast in. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So for the auditions, the details about which lines you should record are listed right there. So for example, for Max, just record the first 3 lines, right? Some of them are quite short, some of them are only a couple of lines. So
Where is this again? Where can I find this on the website?
I'll show you. So you're gonna log in, and then if you're a
My library.
Yeah, if you're a Samurai Zasan member, you'll see it down here at the bottom.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not a member because I'm tight on cash. Dang it.
Oh, that's okay. We're opening this up exclusively to members first, so it's just a little benefit that we have for our membership community. But let's see. Was I gonna say anything else? Does that answer? Does anyone have any other questions related to that?
Where can people watch this once it's finished?
So the executive producer, again, Anand Ramaya, is Raj's brother. He has a production studio called Karma Film in Canada. And he has a distributor. I'm trying to think of the distributor's name. But he's going to pitch it to the distributor for...
Are they twins, or are they one of them's older or younger?
They're not twins. I don't know which one is older. But he's going to pitch the film to his distributor, and they'll probably get it on a streaming service. Sometimes it's like regional, so sometimes it'll just be like Canada for a few months, and then maybe it'll, I don't know because the distributor hasn't specified where it's gonna be, shown yet. But it's probably not going to be a theatrical release, and I'll keep you guys updated when I hear more from Anand about that. It was a great question, though. Great question. Any other questions?
I do have one question. If anyone from the United States were to get a role for this feature film, and if this film were only regional in Canada, would they be given access to watch the film?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I've been involved in productions in the past that have only been, as far as I know, shown in Canada, and I haven't even been able to see them in person. But I think we could probably at least give you like a a movie file. I'd have to talk to Anand about that. As far as what we would be able to give out, I'm not certain, but that's a good question. I'll take a note of that.
Wait, Ashley, weren't you here last time?
I was.
Oh, it's nice to see you again.
Oh,
nice.
hey, Ashley, did you look up any of Mike Judge's other interviews, I guess?
Mike Judge's. I have not. I was actually locking in to some voice acting not
Role.
voice acting gigs or roles, yeah. I had to do some lines, and I was kind of struggling because I had bought this table where you can adjust the height, and I had taken a class in this program. They ended up canceling the program overall last
Minute?
oh, sorry?
Last minute?
No, last year was their last year of like continuing the program. But it's pretty upsetting because they did offer some like classes in like in general, like universities in California regarding the arts, such as like media arts, dance. And there was a class about voice acting, and I wish I took it, but I didn't. It was a business of acting class. And they talked about how you don't necessarily have to buy a lot of equipment for acting because it can get really costly. But I was trying to use this new table to like so I can get accustomed to like voice acting while standing up, because I know in some cases you have to, well, most cases you have to stand up, and it's not really working out in my closet because it's super small. But yeah, I've been like, I was like locking in doing that stuff, and but I'll definitely check it out today so I won't forget. What's his name again?
Mike Judge, and you can find clips of him all over YouTube. He actually was not a trained voice actor. He was an engineer, but he bought like some pencils and did some little animations for a local animation festival, and that led to him doing Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill and Daria. And so if you find his interviews on YouTube, he's got a lot of great anecdotes about how he finds the characters and finds the voices for his characters. And apparently the whole entire show, King of the Hill, was based on an instance where he was trying to replace a slat on a fence in his backyard. And the neighborhood got together to tell him how he was doing it wrong and eventually do it for him. And his wife comes along and sees him peeking out the window, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I think the neighbors are fixing my fence, fixing our fence."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and so he's got a lot of great anecdotes about how he finds the voices for his characters, which isn't something you hear very often.
Definitely. I just typed his name on YouTube, and I didn't know he had a panel at Comic-Con. That's really cool.
Yeah, he does. And then
Yeah, he would.
yeah, it's like I find it entertaining. Like I remember some of the voices of Beavis and Butthead, and in King of the Hill. I remember Cotton would have me die. Like, God dang it, Bobby! I was in the war. You don't tell me nothing.
Oh man.
Gave up my shins for my country.
Oh my god.
So, but as Austin was saying earlier about sustaining the accent, make sure don't just do a funny voice just because. Make sure you can sustain it, because there's nothing worse than like hour 2, hour 3 of doing the voice and it just destroyed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Kevin Conroy had to find a way to do the voice without hurting himself over and over again.
Vengeance.
Mhm.
I am
And
the knight.
as I've always been taught,
I
you
am Batman.
have to do the intent. The voice will come. Get the point of what you're doing. The voice will come.
That's true.
And don't try to think about it too hard, because the moment people overthink a situation, it doesn't end up in their situation. Example being, I did Uber Eats and I would deliver to Jamaican restaurants. And then it's like I always notice similar dialect, and then they say, "Oi, man, deliver the dumplings to the location, man." It's a basically a slowed down Irish accent. As you see right here, laddie, right here. This is how they would speak to me. They would tell me to deliver the dumplings right there, and then, man, I would deliver it all the way from Orlando to Sanford, man. It's basically like that. So I don't think about it too hard. I just try to mimic the pattern, but I don't. When people overthink a situation, it just becomes harder. Don't.
Oh yes,
overthink.
definitely.
So I'm not sure that some of the people who are in the meeting who came just recently may not have heard that. I just want to make sure everyone knows about the casting call. I think Michelle and Devin joined a little bit late, but there's a casting call going on for Samurai's Son members for a film. We need some ADR. So if you're interested in providing that, the auditions are available in your member library. Yeah.
Regarding the accents, I do tend to overthink a lot. Like, I think I have a decent British accent, but then I always get stuck, and it ends up not sounding British. End up like confusing my friends a lot, and oh boy. But if it's a mindset, then definitely need to work on it.
I would just say
You're in
watch
good
some.
company, though. Apparently, Stephen Fry used to go and visit Hugh Laurie on the set of House. Hugh Laurie would get into his American accent and stay in it all day, which used to freak out Stephen Fry because he'd be like, "Wait, Goldman, step out of it. What's wrong with you?"
Oh man, that reminds me. I watched the animated film The Wild Robot today, and it features various well-known actors such as Kit Connor from Heartstopper, and he's British, and his American accent was amazing. I don't know how he managed to pull that off, because his not his co-star, but his friend, whom he plays his Kit Connor's lover. The character that he plays, his lover from Heartstopper, he had mentioned that he had struggled a lot doing his American accent, which I've heard when trying to project that the American accent, we use a lot of our throats. That's how some of us have a really strong vocal fry, while British people, they're mostly
They have a tighter jaw.
yeah, they're emphasizing a lot in the front of their mouths. I struggle a lot with that, but
That'll come with time. You just gotta practice. I mean, I come from the stage, and we would just do the stupid thing of just like doing the accent everywhere we went. From the moment we woke up to the moment we went to sleep, just practicing it. I mean, it's just, there's tons of classes, there's tons of coaches.
So
Sometimes you just gotta let her rip tater chip and just accept the level you're at.
Raven, did you have a question?
I was just going to add on and say that I've recently been trying to learn like the general American accent, and I too have been struggling a little bit because I use a lot more of the front of my mouth. And from what I've heard,
general American kind of uses a lot more of like the part where the soft and the hard parts of your mouth sort of meet, and that's where a lot of that comes from. I was just saying that I too have been struggling with that a lot. So
Well, I am going to an accent workshop on the 18th with Karen Schrossman, and we're doing a British accent workshop. From what I remember, what helps me is that I listen to a lot of British TV or I watch a lot of British shows, like to sort of see how they would do it right there. Because I know people like Henry Cavill who's British. They make they make the American accent look easy because like they have to lower their jaw, but I realize tightening their jaw is usually how they would do it. And living on an island where you know where we are closely related to the Spaniards, it's like I realize that Europeans would typically have a tighter jaw. Like if you look at Australia, you look at New Zealand, those individuals they have close to a Cockney accent or a Cockney base accent, and when you try to see where they root back to, you will see the similarity, and based on the similarities, you will hear the differences, and that's how I usually learn. I hear them out a lot before acting it.
So, Ijeoma had a great question about the auditions. She said, are we supposed to use the videos to sync the audio with the characters on screen? For most of the roles, the answer is actually for about half of them, the answer is yes, and you'll know which ones they are. Especially all the female roles, Haley, Dasha, and Jordan. Those are instances where you're going to have to sync your performance pretty closely with what's happening on screen. That was the reasoning behind providing those video references, because especially for Hazley and Jordan, you'll be replacing their dialogue directly. So it's going to need to match up pretty closely, and you can import the video into your DAW if you want to, but I don't think that's necessary. You can kind of just have the video open while you're recording and just watch it a few times to get the pacing. It's a pretty short, like Hazley and Jordan's roles they're like 1 or 2 lines. So, and they're pretty short lines. Dasha's lines are quite long, but she's not in most cases on screen when she's saying them. It's like off screen. So you'll just be focusing more on matching her tone of voice. She has this very abrasive kind of like, she's like the leader of not the mercenaries, but the soldiers, and she doesn't take any crap from anybody, and she's got this like matter-of-fact way of speaking. So we'll need to match that really closely, especially because the lines are quite long. So that one I think will be the most involved, but the others are involved in the sense that the characters are on screen while they're saying the lines, even though they're really short. So you'll need to match them pretty closely, and that's just for the female roles. For the male roles, some of them are mercenaries. You don't see their lips moving on screen, so that makes it a little bit more flexible. And then there's another off-screen ADR that's really short, so you just be matching the tone of voice. That's for Pax. And then, like we discussed, Max, who's the fiance, he doesn't appear on screen. He's just on a cell phone. So the timing will need to fit in with Hazley's end of the phone call, but the lip flaps don't need to match because there's no lip flaps. He's not on screen. So hopefully that answers your question, Ijeoma. But if you have a follow-up or if anyone else has any questions, please let me know.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah.
So we're basically dubbing a live action?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see how the auditions go.
If I can, I think I have one more question. Hope you don't mind me asking. Let me just find it here. What was I gonna say? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Who here has seen Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I have.
Speaking of live action dubbing, like, if anyone's seen the Grand Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels before Obi-Wan Kenobi, everyone knows that character is Jason Isaacs. And Jason Isaacs, I think, wasn't able to do Obi-Wan Kenobi for whatever reason, so they have this other guy, Rupert Friend, doing it. I mean, look, no offense to this guy. I've seen Rupert Friend also on Jurassic Park 7. He's a wonderful actor. The other thing is, like, for me personally, this is just me personally. No, I'm not bashing any other actor who comes in as the Grand Inquisitor or whatnot, but like for me, that should have been Jason Isaacs. And I think I've seen a lot of videos out there, whether it be people using AI or people using their own voice projecting, where they would imagine what would have happened if Jason Isaacs was in that makeup as the Grand Inquisitor. And I actually saw this monologue. I would like to take a look. I would like to read for you guys. That if only it's okay with you guys, of that monologue that he gives to in Obi-Wan. That's okay with you guys. Is that okay? Or is we're not running out of time?
If it's is it a brief monologue?
Brief, yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right, let me get it here.
For a second.
Do you know the key to hunting a Jedi? Friend? Not Rupert Friend, by the way. It is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. For example, our line of work, rumors, run rampant. Here's what I heard just recently. It involves a Jedi hiding right here in your lovely saloon. Let's say Oz is a wanderer. Maybe he's looking for people like him. Comes across his establishment. Nice place. And then he sees you. A man in need. Perhaps the locals are stealing from you, threatening you. So, what is the Jedi to do? Help you and risk exposure? Or move on? Now, if he was smart, he'd keep moving. But the Jedi code is like an itch. He cannot help it. So he steps in and saves your saloon. You offer him a place to hide, fresh water, shade from the suns. But the stories, they begin and they travel quickly. His compassion has been his undoing. Oh, someone had their hand raised?
Sorry, that was by mistake. I'm so sorry, but you did very awesome.
I always appreciate Jason Isaacs' work. I mean, you know what it is? I always loved British actors myself. I don't know if it's because of their voices or whatnot, but I've always been a fan of British actors. I mean, I'm a fan of all actors with different accents from different places, but I especially love I especially love listening and hearing from any actor who comes in with the British accent or actors who come in to play the bad guys because they always have the best monologues. And the first time I heard Jason Isaacs play the Grand Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels, I'm like, who is this guy? And so naturally, when Obi-Wan Kenobi was announced and they announced the other Inquisitors coming in, everyone thought that Jason Isaacs was going to be doing it, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it for some unknown reason, and a lot of people got upset with that. And so that was just my take on what would it be if Jason Isaacs was there. But Jason Isaacs also has done a lot of animation himself. He was Ra's al Ghul in Batman under the Red Hood. He played Superman in Superman Red Sun. If you look up his IMDb, if you look up his profile, there's a wonderful website for voices behind the voice actors. Type in Jason Isaacs, you see all the voices he did over the years of his career, in addition on camera work. Yeah, I mean, huge Jason Isaacs fan, by the way. Who's seen The Patriot? That was a breakout role, The Patriot, with Mel Gibson.
Alright. Wow, that's good.
By show of yes or no, who here has seen The Patriot?
I have not. I need to look. I need to watch more movies so I can see the no more notable actors or super cool actors.
I didn't even know this was. Oh,
Hello.
hello.
How can you perform great work if you don't watch good work?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true.
Wait. Oh, there you are. Wait, did Austin disappear, or did you his? Or did he vanish?
Austin's currently working on a project, so I decided to fill in to talk about some of the other topics for upcoming events for the rest of the stream.
Sounds good.
What's your name?
Hi. I'm Scarlett. I work in like the social media and marketing as an intern here at Strawberry Hill Studio.
Hi, I'm Michael.
Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Scarlett.
It's awesome to meet you.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Okay. Although I did want to ask, I just barged in on the conversation, and you were making some incredible points about like having in terms of like being able to like study these like incredible performers that you admire in order to strengthen your own works, and that's a really interesting discussion as well. I feel a little bit bad that I barged in on it.
No worries.
I mean, the thing is about being an actor is you can't do it unless you observe the human condition. And
Right.
if you don't I'm a firm believer of you are what you eat when it comes to content. If you only watch B movies, you can only pump out B movie content. If you only watch great works, but I think it's important that you find a style that you like and you figure out what they do that works and then find your own path.
Yeah.
And actually don't feel bad that you are behind the times with movies. You have come into a very odd period where most of the great works were made decades before you were even a thought. So
Yeah.
don't feel bad. Just start watching movies and find what you like, and then ask cinephiles, ask people that are older than dirt like me, what movies that I enjoy that might give you some insight into quality performances. And with the internet, you can actually just pinpoint scenes and watch them and really dive into what makes them great. I mean, there's so many YouTube channels that just focus on certain character actors, certain leading men and why they're successful, leading women and why they're successful or not. And they'll have themes and they'll focus on certain scenes that they show. Like for in my I'm in a class and we just discussed Charlie and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Gene Wilder. The opening scene, everyone's seen it. He comes out, decrepit, blah, blah, blah. Kane Sticks does a forward roll. And Gene Wilder went to the director like, hey, I want to do this scene because I don't want the audience to know whether I'm telling the truth or lying throughout the entire movie.
Wow.
And it was one of those things like, we get the lines. And as long as we say the lines, we can say them any way we want. We get to point A, we decide how we get to point B. So
I really appreciate that advice.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, dog.
Advice.
There's a great YouTube channel called Hats Off Entertainment, and he is a nerd that watches films and will be like, we're gonna focus on Gene Wilder today. We're gonna focus on almost classics like Uncle Buck. We're gonna focus on this. We're gonna focus on that. And he breaks down some wonderful scenes that I find very helpful in just kind of like getting ideas. Was it Picasso they used to say, good artists borrow, great artists steal? The whole concept is you gotta watch all kinds of content. The most random thing can help you with whatever scene you're doing. Like for instance, there's a terrible movie called Hobo with a Shotgun. And essentially, it's a B movie, god-awful B movie. But there's this one scene where the hobo goes into a room full of newborn babies and explains to them that you come out perfect, but the world is messed up. And it's very vulgar. I don't want to say too much about what happens in it, but essentially, it's this really gut-wrenching monologue that makes you pumped to be an actor again. And it's you find it in a B movie, you know. Anyway, Ashley, just go watch movies, watch TV shows you like, and then watch things you don't like and figure out why you don't like it, and then
Yeah.
figure out what makes it work. You have Netflix, you got Hulu, you got YouTube. You can just watch scenes. You can type in emotional scenes and get like 5 minutes worth of just scenes where it's like the nitty gritty bits that are happening.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, for me, like I know that I want a good cry, I'll watch Soldiers Coming Home, and that gets me going. Or I'll watch, uh, mothers saying goodbye to their kids as they go off to become adults. And everything. But no, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Feel excited. Feel excited you get a chance to discover these things. Like for instance, watching Star Wars. There's a huge, beautiful moment that happens that you probably have no idea about. And when you see it, it's gonna really open your eyes.
Mhm.
All the big plot twists in The Sixth Sense, fantastic plot twist that you get to discover for the first time, and it's gonna knock your socks off.
Definitely.
Anyway.
I'll make that my mission to watch all these classics.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
You got the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of them are old enough that you can probably watch for free on YouTube.
Mhm.
So go for it. Why the hell not?
Yeah, I agree that you shouldn't like obviously like feel guilty about not having seen those things before because like I mean, I don't mean to sound like a grandma like complaining about oh the way things are today, but there's a lot of like places on like things like social media algorithms and stuff that will keep like recommending you like the same sort of stuff that's like that you've already seen like before, and like sometimes it's difficult to get out of that loop, but at the same time the internet Vinny was saying like also helped me to find like communities of people like through something that I already liked that helped me to expand my interests, like when I found there was a music community like for other electronic musicians that I went into, and it was sort of like it was like an online music club sort of where we would like not only help each other with our own music, but we would like suggest music for other people to listen to. And like I found even though we were all initially interested in the same thing, we got to also talk about the things that made ourselves and our own tastes unique and share those different perspectives with each other as well. So like there's good and bad to like looking up stuff like on or like finding media on the internet, but like I mean just it was really amazing of an experience for me to be able to see all of those like different perspectives and stuff through people's music tastes, and I guess the same goes for cinema as well. And being in communities, even just being in these community streams with other fellow voice actors has been absolutely amazing for me to learn about new people that have inspired my own work. So yeah, I thank you for that experience.
Yeah. I'm really happy that I joined this community hub. I was really nervous at first because I was afraid of like saying something very newbie like. And well, I am a newbie, but I just didn't want to seem weird. If
Let's
that's
be
right.
real. Let's be real. Okay, we're a bunch of people that want to get paid to talk, to do voices. If we're doing live performances, we're asking to be paid to play dress up. This is a safe, weird space.
Yeah.
You're a good dude. So don't, and like the greatest
Dishonesty.
thank you. You can do to yourself. Disservice and dishonesty you can do to yourself is to not ask questions and be left in the dark.
Right.
Because here's the thing, no one's gonna sound like you. So you don't have to worry about that. Just do your thing, ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you never get answers.
Definitely.
And honestly, oh, sorry.
Yeah. You're all good, dude. All good.
Yeah, never feel afraid to ask questions. Never feel afraid to be weird. Because I remember everyone is weird. They just don't want to admit it. We're just honest about it. That's the difference right there.
Yes.
When you're honest about it, it's a lot easier. When you lie about it, look at how society is. It's like you see people all the time, a lot of weird things. Like you see people getting arrested for weird stuff, and Walmart. You see, and they think they're not weird, but it's like that is weird, but not weird as in the sense of being productive. Look at Nintendo. They managed to make a best-selling franchise about a plumber saving a princess from a turtle dragon thing.
Mhm.
And honestly, and so far, it is an iconic franchise. You don't even have to own a console to know that franchise. So, as like I said, never feel afraid to be weird in this environment because you're being honest with yourself.
Yeah, this is definitely a place where we want to like encourage as much creativity and expressing your true self like as we can because I mean like you were saying like that's kind of what art is about is like even if your ideas like are something that seems like weird like oh nobody's ever like heard of this sort of thing before like I mean that can be what draws so many people to it and like um they can be able to even so if it seems something that's so out of the ordinary like relate to it and connect to it each individually in their own ways so yeah just don't be afraid to be yourself in voice acting in creating or just in talking here.
Ashley, do you have any bucket list roles you've always wanted to play?
Bucket list rules.
But so I'm gonna be the old guy in the room. The bucket list are dream roles, dream things you want to do before you die. That's like, before I kick the bucket, I
Yeah.
want to play this. Do you have any that okay, how about this? Name one type of role that scares you. Name one type of role that excites you. And name one type of role you want to play. How about that?
I didn't know what a bucket list was. I was just like wondering from the top of my head.
Good.
A role that I would be scared doing.
Yes.
I'd be scared playing like an older woman villain because they can be very cunning, they have a deeper voice, they use a lot of vocal fry, and they sound very alluring. And I struggle with that a lot because um, I'm much more attuned to playing hyperactive characters,
Okay.
especially.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a good thing. When you're scared of it, it stretches you so you do something more. Now, what's a role that excites you that you want to play?
I want to play a very hyperactive character that is what's the right word?
Misguided?
They tend to be misguided, but they're also the best
Naive?
friend of a hero.
Oh, sidekick, an earnest
Sidekick,
one.
yes.
Oh, dude, that would be really fun for you to play if you got to play the character that believes in the hero more than the hero does, and you sacrifice yourself because you know your sacrifice will inspire them to do their thing.
Wow.
Yes.
Look, I'm a huge nerd like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know what scares you, we know what excites you. What's something, and we've always want to play that, like right now, like what have you played that you're most proud of?
Recently, I was in this fan-made Fortnite skit.
Yeah.
And I played this demon girl called Nemia. And
Put the link in the chat. Come on, that's exciting. Fuck yeah, let's do it, man. Come
I'd love
on.
to see that.
Yeah, dude. Juan Carlos, what about you? What roles scare you?
The roles that scare me usually tend to be some people who tend to be, a little bit, some people that are a little bit like you, in days where you get frustrated, in days where it's like, oh my God, that could have been me didn't think twice. It's
Nice.
like for example, like if you look at people, I don't know if you ever seen this one old British movie called Twisted Nerve.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, Twisted
That is a
Nerve.
classic.
Twisted Nerve is a very how to say this? Because you never suspect someone like Georgie to be a bad individual or a psycho killer. You never expect people in Psycho, um, I forget his name. Uh, I forget his name.
Oh, from the movie Psycho, you talking about Bates?
Yeah, uh,
John.
no, no,
Norman Bates.
Yeah, Norman Bates.
Norman! Yes.
You would never suspect someone like Norman Bates to be this much of a psychological killer either. And it was made during the time of black and white, and it surprised people.
It was ahead of its time. I mean, I firmly believe that if Alfred Hitchcock lived today, he would crush it with all the short-term media we have right now. Just full on. Okay, so that scares you. What excites you? Like, what role have you always wanted to play?
I always like to play roles that, of characters that are so misunderstood, crazy, but somehow have better morality than a majority of the main cast.
Fun. What are you most proud of? What character are you most proud of?
I haven't done a character yet, but
Well, you haven't, bro. You've been auditioned. You haven't done any work yet. Like
well,
no plays, no musicals, no nothing that you're proud of.
Well, so I do remember as a kid doing Julius Caesar, and then getting stabbed to death after houses, and then getting stabbed to death after alluring Cleopatra, of course.
There you go. Hey, Miss Larissa, tell us what role scares you.
Scare me. Sometimes I look at something, I'm like, oh, this is going to be work. I sort of get more concerned about who I'm working with, because some people will just harangue you with takes without telling you what they want or didn't like. So, but actually, sort of in contrast to you, I love playing villainesses. I absolutely love, especially sounding cute and sweet with venom and intentions. So it's the kind of thing I love to do. Because you don't get to do it in real life. Nice.
Mm-hmm. We get to shed our social restraints and just be the best. Do you have any fun roles that you're proud of? Anything you're proud of?
Oh, well, in terms of voice acting, I think my favorite thing that I've done that I absolutely love to tell people about is when I did several voices for the Invincible Czars. Have you heard of the Invincible Czars?
Oh,
yes.
I did in Nosferatu. I was one of the voices, one of the demonic voices, reading when that idiot Hutter is reading the Book of Vampires. I'm one of the demonic voices, and then in Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, I am one of the hallucinatory voices that the lunatics in the loony bin are hearing in their heads. So unfortunately, you don't really get to hear me too clearly.
Right.
Not like, with a commercial where it's definitely me. But those were a lot of fun to do, and I absolutely love telling people about them.
This is my favorite thing. I love nerding out with actors and talking about this stuff. Leoma, your turn. What role scares you?
I think like those kind of like psychotic, like a little bit crazy, like young girls. Like I think Himiko Toga from like My Hero, for example.
The chaos.
Yeah, the chaos characters, because
yes,
there's actually like a lot of depth to them, and sometimes it can be hard to portray that when you're like giggling crazily in front of a mic, and also just like any role that's kind of like I don't really feel like my voice can do like high pitch very convincingly. So like anyone where it's like kind of like that energetic, like higher, I guess, register. It's not really like kind of like what Miss Larissa said. Like it's not really like it scares me. It's more just kind of like a wow. I really have to dig in deep for that one. Like
nice.
Yeah.
Well, what roles do you want to play?
What roles do I want to play?
Yeah, what do you want to play?
I don't know. I mean,
Sure.
like,
How very
yeah.
exciting for you. You don't know. That's very exciting because you're gonna when you find it, you're gonna be like, wow.
Limitless
I've had
possibilities.
roles where I kind of I did this play like 2 years ago. Like my friend,
Yes.
he wrote a play, and then like I played like this very like cold, heartless, like stern businesswoman, which is like the complete opposite of how I am in like the real world. Because like I'm a very like shy, introverted kind of person. But like playing that
Yeah.
character is like really cool because like I got to explore like a side of myself that I've never really delved into. And like by the end, like when the bows came around, I came up to like bow, the whole audience just starts booing me. And it's like it sounds like it was bad, but like considering that I was like the villain in this story, it just kind of made me feel like, oh, I really did a good job of making you guys not like me, which was kind of like my purpose. It was kind of like my character's purpose was like to be like the villain that we all rally behind, like the villain that we all like, that everyone kind of like, I guess like the common enemy. Yeah, like I was kind of like the common enemy. So like the fact that like everyone was like hating on me at the end, I was like, okay, like oh, so I kind of did my job then. Like you guys didn't like me, which was kind of the point. But yeah, that was
Dude,
like
Yeah.
very funny.
that's so as the kids say, fire. I love that.
That
As
is
a
indeed fun.
I really hope I get to hear a voice acting uh I really hope I get to hear you voice a character soon because you describing how you portrayed so well of that character in that play. I'm excited.
Yeah.
oh, I know I'm definitely overhyping it.
No,
I think you're super and a super awesome actor.
you gotta take the wins, man, because there's gonna be a lot of people telling you you're not quite right. It's gonna hurt. You gotta find the little victories and you hold on to them tight.
You gotta be
Even
confident in yourself.
even in the most major of losses, you will learn that there is victory in some of them. Because I remember watching Record of Ragnarok, even though it's over exaggerated, there is some truth to it. Like, for example, history's greatest loser. He, even though how says he was never a winner in sword duels like Miyamoto Musashi, he philosophically was a better swordsman without dueling them. So even though he was not a winner in that sense, he would learn from his trouble bringings right there. And he didn't have a single victory. But the argument is you don't always have to have a physical victory to attain victory right there.
I mean, I've done this thing for so long that copy credit food is the bare minimum when you do a project. A lot of times you don't get your copy or your credit, but they can never take away the experience.
Right.
Exactly.
The growth.
Experience is always the victory in gaming this, regardless whether you win or lose. Insert something right there. You always try again until you at least attain something right there. And half of us are doing it right now. I mean, I have yet to do mine. I mean, I'm working on my second demo reel, so that way I can get myself more appeal right there.
Michael, what role scares you?
The type of roles that normally scare me,
Yes.
I think usually people who have to do the sounds of dragons or creatures. I mean, I don't mind doing that because I love deep voice characters and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that you have to be like a growling like sound effects person. I mean, I'm no Deep Bradley Baker, but um, I
Okay,
mean,
so we know what you're scared of doing. Now, what are you most looking forward to doing? What's your dream role?
two things actually.
Bring it.
I mean, I would love to be Count Dooku. I mean, I'm not trying to take Corey Burton's job, but like ever since I saw Christopher Lee play Count Dooku in Star Wars episodes 2 and 3, and then later on the Clone Wars movie, all I am is like, I used to bring Qui-Gon here as a boy.
What's the other one? What's the other one?
I am vengeance. I am the night.
That's
Can't
so
get mad
good.
at that. Can't get mad at was it Misha? James. James. What role scares you? You're all right, script. Michelle, what roles scare you?
I want to say the roles that kind of scare me are kind of the more like high energy, like bubbly characters.
Okay. All the more
Yeah.
reason to do it.
Right.
Love that. What have you wanted to play? What is on your list?
I actually want to do like more like kind of villainous roles. Very kind of like opposite to my like normal personalities, but I don't know, I find them more fun to do and kind of yeah,
Villains have the most fun. Let's be real.
they do.
Like they get to just be as obnoxious and just enjoy misery as much as possible. Scarlett, what
Right.
roles scare you?
I do think that I relate a bit to what Ashley was saying about like characters that are like older or more mature or things like that, because like I've been told in theater that like there was like a reason that I always like was only able to play like the roles that were like children, because they said that my voice couldn't go deep enough to play the other ones. But that is definitely something that I want to expand my range in that way in the future.
That sounds like fun. All right. So, what have you always wanted to play?
I mean, obviously I'm very open to like learning about different roles to play, but I would definitely love to participate in one that was involved in like music in any way, like in an idol anime or like a band anime or something where you get to like, because I know there were some anime, I don't know, they don't do this as frequently now, but there used to be a lot of times where they also like dubbed the songs, like the openings or things like that in the anime. And I think like being in a project that's like focused on the music like that would be really fun.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Did you get okay, I'm gonna totally geek out for a whole 15 seconds. How amazing was K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix?
Oh yes, I loved that so
I've
much.
watched it 6 times. That's how much I love this movie. Oh my God.
Yeah, you could tell that there was a lot of passion like in that project, and there was a lot of like research that went into not only just like the K-pop fan culture, but also like the history and like the Korean culture in general.
And the writing was fantastic. It was so sharp.
Yeah.
Nothing was wasted. Like that's one like to me, it's a perfect modern film because there is no downtime. It just rolls once it gets started. And I've listened to the Dun 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 song so many times because it was just that captivating. Correct. Michael, big question for you, guy. What? Oh, sorry, that was a different person. Got excited. Okay, Jaime, James, are we on? We want to share what we're scared of. You?
Also, if you are not comfortable with unmuting, you can also feel free to type anything that you would like to contribute to the conversation in the chat.
True. I don't get to talk to actors very often, so I get super stoked. It's like giving a 5-year-old a bunch of pixie sticks and he hangs to hang out with his friends. I'm just like, let's talk shop. Let's talk about things we're doing with ourselves and our careers, to move ourselves forward. But yeah, nah, dog. I hope there's a second movie for K-pop Demon Hunters because that was a solid banger, as the kid said. As Ashley, you are behind the times with old films. I'm behind the times with new films and TV shows. Like
Man.
don't feel bad. I still have not watched Breaking Bad. I have not watched The Sopranos. I have not watched Boardwalk Empire. I have not watched any episodes of Game of Thrones at all. So don't feel bad. It's all good, dude.
Definitely.
James, welcome to the group, brother. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome to the sisterhood. Welcome to Voice Actors Man stream.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I'm sorry I took over the whole thing. I don't get to talk shop, so I'm just like super stoked to be here.
Oh no, it's always amazing to be able to hear everyone's opinion on like different things that inspire them lately. Let me see if I can figure out how.
I am going to meet Philip Shabazz, who did Altair in the first Assassin's Creed game, and
Wow.
he's in I think he's in one of those Tampa Bay conventions right there that I'm going to meet him at. and it's going to be a great honor because I know that he did a lot of other films. I mean, he he did help other people on set of the game on how to do Middle Eastern accents or how to do that because of the fact that the main character he does is Syrian right there, and then he's fighting against both the Templars and all the other individuals right there.
Scarlett, how are we on time?
Oh, I think we are a little bit over time. So I guess there are just there are a few announcements that I would just like to share to maybe wrap things up. Is everyone able to see the screen? I don't know if they are
Yes.
on the live stream, but I think on Zoom it should be okay. So, our upcoming workshop on August 27th is our voice acting demo reel with Austin David Coffey, who is an amazing sound engineer and composer and lots of wonderful things that works with our studio and that is currently working on writing our amazing project, Echoes of Eternity. So you will learn from Austin how to record a demo reel and how to get the best like variety and versatility, like the best showcase of all of the different kinds of voices that you can do and that make you shine. We also have related to something we were talking about earlier in terms of expanding our vocal range, we have a Creatures and Monsters voiceover on October 25th with the amazing Karen Strassman, a renowned voice actress and dialect coach, on how to go into on how to make voices that are not only outside of your range but are like completely fantastical, but also like make them your own. And the last of those workshops that are scheduled currently is Casting Director for a Day with Andrea Toyas, who is one of the top casting directors in the biz, works with Blizzard on games like Overwatch, Diablo, World of Warcraft, and you will learn how to work on casting to find the voices that make your roles shine, as well as directing those roles. So like finding what stands out in auditions, all of that sort of amazing stuff. I'm very excited for that one. To close out the stream, if there aren't any other questions, are there people who... Oh, yes?
Sorry about that. How do you become a member to do the auditions for the film that we're doing now and the Echoes of Eternity?
Oh, I will show you. You can go to the membership page that is on our website, strawberryhillstudio.online. When you are a member, you get our you get a like the vault of all of the previous workshops that we've had, videos of those previous workshops. You get like special courses from our renowned voice actors, and even like things on composing and sound engineering and all sorts of wonderful stuff. You get access to our community hub for Q&As with Austin Coffey, the person who is not only working on Echoes of Eternity but doing the demo reel workshop. All sorts of amazing stuff. So let me see if I can pull that up on stream as well.
Grant, Austin Coffey, now that I think about it, he kind of reminds me of Grant Kirkhope in a way. Because Grant Kirkhope, I don't know if anyone knows who Grant Kirkhope is, but he did the many voices of the Rare software characters like Donkey Kong.
Oh, wow.
And that's a compliment right there, because like the fact that he can do both sound production and voice acting like Grant Kirkhope is impressive. Because I don't know if anyone remembers when Donkey Kong would used to say "okay"
Right.
back in those days, but like during Donkey Kong 64, and it's a very impressive feat. He eventually made some of the soundtracks for Mario and Rabbids games, and then a lot of other video games as well.
Okay, so, lastly, is there anybody who would like to, maybe share some new projects, that they are working on, or, things that they'd, like to plug, socials and things to, close out our stream?
Just still working on my script for Bleach Zero Hour, so I'll be sure
That's
to
amazing.
share that with him. It's basically events that take place before the main event and what leads up to it, sort of like how to say Halo Reach or Star Wars Rogue One, because I feel like those are primary examples of how a prequel should be done that leads up to the main event, and it works just fine. So that that is what I'm working on right now. But I'm just gonna present it to Austin. But also, can you remind Austin to email me about the demo, because I am gonna pay for it after I'm done with this.
Oh, of course. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about the progress on your project as well.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes, Michael?
I'm currently working on a few different screenplays for different things. I also happen to be a screenwriter as well as an actor, voice actor.
Nice.
One thing I'm working on that I can say is a script that is a modern day crossover of Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and Macbeth. And I've been thinking for a long time of trying to do as an animation some way or another. And if I do end up doing it, I'm still debating whether or not I should do it as an animation or live action. But if I do end up doing it as a voiceover, I'm really hoping to send it to you guys back at Strawberry Hill, and maybe we can collaborate one day.
Yeah, this is definitely a prime time for independent animation projects. There are a lot of indie animations that are popping up, so like seeing all of these ambitious creators working together and forming a community to make something beautiful is always really awesome. So whether it becomes an animation or a live action, that does sound really interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what it becomes.
Thank you.
Yes, Vinny?
So I did stand up comp. I performed stand up the other day,
Oh wow.
and I did it for my class where I talk about like my life as a sitcom, how like I do different auditions and I end up just going back to Terrorist Number Six. I put the link in there. It's about 4 minutes long. If you guys want to check it out, it's cool. If not, uh, I am one step closer to my first draft of my book, My Life as a Sitcom. That will be published November 11th. What's it called? Yeah, no, just pounding that pavement. I'm in a great acting class called the Actors Lab, where I'm doing a lot of scene work and just getting more comfortable with my voice and the way I look and such. And no, dog, I'm just excited for this audition, the Warpath one.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be fun. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what becomes of that project. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Let me see if I missed anything in the chat.
By the way, Vinny, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel.
Oh, brothers, you're a little hard. Thank you, brother.
No problem, man.
Yeah, I have a podcast called My Life as a Sitcom. Yeah. I also have a podcast called Pulling Back the Curtain with Vinny Ali, a deep dive in the creative mind. I interview actors, writers, entrepreneurs, learn the secret of their success. Because why not? You know,
As do I on my YouTube channel, Michael Walter Show.
there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
Should
it's
put that in the chat.
Yeah, I did.
Good
I'll put it
man.
together, you two.
yeah, it's so amazing to see like the support from from like our community, you know, coming together and being able to like support each other, as well as like all of the seeing that collaboration take place on projects like with Echoes of Eternity, with this upcoming project, with the D&D streams. It's always wonderful to see
Oh yeah,
members of our community coming together.
oh yeah, is the
Voices and
D&D stream tomorrow?
choices.
Yes.
It's tomorrow? Is it tomorrow or?
I believe.
Wait, what's tomorrow? Voices and choices?
Yeah, is it tomorrow or when is it?
The 20th, right?
Yeah, because that's strange. We usually have it at.
Probably be in community events. Yeah, I don't know if there is one this week, but I if we if I ask, I'll be sure to ask Austin and Raj, and if I find out about one happening, I'll be sure to let you know.
Yeah, because I want to know how the story ends.
Yeah. It's been really fun to follow it up to this point. Okay, so I think then that is everything. So, thank you so much to everyone who joined the Zoom, to everybody who is watching on stream. I thank you so much for participating in this chat and discussing the things that inspire us and the things that we love about acting and voice acting and creating. So yeah, we really appreciate you being here. So, yeah, I think that's it. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome meeting you all.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. You have a good night.
Have a good
And you
night.
as well. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.